I'm Chas, and you're watching Chas's Crazy Creations. Head over to Dollar Tree and grab just a few supplies. We're going to make some awesome DIYs. Let's get started. What? There's a materials list? Look for the link in the description below. For this first project, you're going to need a pillowcase from Dollar Tree and a placemat. Start by opening up the pillowcase and place some wax paper inside. Grab the felt placemat of your choice, and I'm going to be using a pumpkin, and you're going to be placing it on top of the pillowcase. Next, you're going to use some fabric Mod Podge, and you're going to flip the pumpkin over, and you're going to be using the back side of the pumpkin. I dipped my paintbrush into the fabric Mod Podge and then started placing it onto the back of the felt pumpkin. You'll want to go on heavy, and you'll want to make sure to coat it on all areas so it adheres nicely. Mod Podge goes on white and dries clear. Once you get the entire back of the pumpkin coated well, you're going to flip it over and place it onto the pillowcase and then press firmly to hold it into place. Here's a quick look at the pillowcase so far, and I let it dry completely before moving on to the next step. Once it was dry, I removed the piece of wax paper from inside, and then I took the pillow insert and stuffed it into the pillowcase and zipped it closed. Here's a quick look at this easy pumpkin pillow with no sew. Now, let's move on to another option. You could take that same pillowcase, place a stencil on top, use some stencil tape to hold it in place, dip your stencil brush into some folk art home decor chalk paint in the color white, and pounce up and down to place the paint onto the pumpkin but not saturate it. Once you've got it completely coated, you'll carefully remove the stencil and then let the paint dry before you put the pillow's insert in. Here's a quick look at that pillow once it's finished. Which one of these options do you like better? Let me know in the comments below. Now let's move on to the next project. I found these fall placemats at Dollar Tree, and I just knew I needed to use them in some way in my home. I realized what I wanted to do with them. I wanted to turn them into a pillow, so I started by removing the tags. I then took the placemats and placed them wrong sides together so that the bottom and the top would be the areas you wanted to see. This would be the outside of the pillow. I bought some hook and loop adhesive fastener to make this pillow interchangeable per season. I decided I wanted to have the opening end on one side. I measured it and then I cut off the amount I needed. I folded back one end of the placemat, then I peeled off one end of the adhesive and stuck it to the bottom, and put the other adhesive tape on top, and then stuck them together. I then decided to make these no-sew pillows, so I hot glued all three of the other edges together. I had this old pillow that was falling apart, and I realized I could use the stuffing from it inside my new pillow. I cut the pillowcase open and I pulled out the stuffing. I only needed half of the pillow, so I went ahead and cut the stuffing in half. I took the placemat and I opened the hook and loop fasteners, and then I placed the stuffing into the placemat pillowcase that I had made. Once I got the stuffing in, I closed the hook and loop fastener. I realized that my pillow could use a little fluffing, so I opened it back up and kind of pulled apart at the stuffing to make it fill up and fill in the space. After getting the right fluffiness, I sealed the pillow back up again. Then I worked on fluffing it a little bit more so that all the corners and edges were filled and it looked like a pillow. This pillow was so incredibly easy to make, and I'm so excited about how it turned out. With an idea as simple as this, you could change it up per season. So in winter, you could go get new placemats, or spring or summer or different holidays. I even had a little fun putting my Charlie Brown stuffed animals next to their pumpkin patch. Want to be notified of future videos? Look for the link in the description below. To start this project, we're going to be using 2 pillowcase covers. What I like about these is that they pack up away easily for any season. These pillowcases are 20 by 20 and just came from IKEA. They have a nice selection of colors there. Now this particular pillowcase, you stuff the pillow inside from the back. So we are going to be working on this side right here. And we're going to start with the lines, and you could easily use a lot of solutions here. So this is just one example. So this is cork. That was an adhesive cork. And I like things that are adhesive so that if you ever get tired of them, you can remove them. Another option is to use some yarn or some twine, and you can make your lines by hot gluing onto the fabric like that. If you want another adhesive option, then you can use stick-on felt. Another option would be to use fabric markers or fabric paint to draw the lines on. Since my kids might lay on this pillow, I'm opting for the adhesive back felt for my pillow. Now what I'm going to do is kind of map out where I want the adhesive felt to go, and then we're going to peel and stick it. Now out of felt, I've cut 2 pieces, and this is going to be our stem. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place one stem on one side, one stem on the other side, and I'm going to hot glue them on both sides and together. Next, I've taken a napkin ring and cut it apart so I could pull it apart. It had some apples and pears in here. I chopped them off. I wanted to leave this little curl and this green leaf. I could cut the berries off, but I've decided to leave them for now. And all I'm gonna do is just hot glue it onto the stem here on this side. So I'll go ahead and do that now. So this is the pumpkin side, and I'm gonna stop here, but you could add some extra twine to the top, or rope, or yarn, anything you want. Maybe some more faux leaves if you like. But I'm gonna stop here, and we're gonna flip it over because this side is for all fall. But we're gonna work on one thing for the opposite side. So most of the time when I buy pillow covers, I look for the ones that have the zippers at the bottom rather than this line in the middle. So I'm a little disappointed that this one came with the envelope opening, but we're gonna make it work for my project anyways. So I've got some black sticky backed felt, and I'm attempting to draw a jack-o'-lantern face on it, and I will now cut it out. Now that they're cut, we place the adhesive felt onto the back of the pillowcase where we kind of want it to go. And now I'll go ahead and peel the back and stick it on. Now it's all ready, so now we just stick a pillowcase or just a pillow form inside the pillowcase. So we'll just go ahead and do that now. Get it in there. And again, one of the things that I love about this project is you can have this one pillow form, whatever one you have, and just make these pillowcases for every season. So they pack away really nicely at the end of the season. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one. So here is the pumpkin side of the pillow, and here is the jack-o'-lantern side of the pillow. So one pillowcase with 2 sides, or mix and match as you will. Then at the end of the season, you pull the pillow form out, use it for the next season, and this lays flat in the bottom of a bin or at the top of a bin. So big, huge, space-saving project, and I always love those. So I know I showed you that white pillowcase. That'll be in a next project, so stay tuned for that. And I hope this inspires you to create a pillowcase project of your own, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel and my blog at chascrazycreations.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Which one of these was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Want 21 sensible home hacks to make you a smarter homeowner? Look for the link in the description below to get yours today.